Oh, so you can hear me in the pre-show, huh? Goodness. I can hear you, says Silver Britches. Yes, I know you can hear me. Let's see. Just getting the stuff ready. Getting everything ready before we launch. So glad you guys could join me tonight. My right ankle is healing from my injury 3 weeks ago pretty well. It's still not up to snuff for biking quite yet. I've been wanting to get out on the road before winter sets in, but this kind of put the kibosh on that. Let's see here. I think that's good. There. Okay. Yeah, thanks a lot, Tom. Yeah, it it was a freak accident. I think I shared a picture of the stump that I turned my ankle on. It really tore it up. But I'll be good soon. Anyway, thanks, Tom. But I got some sad news today. Got some really sad news. Oh, R60 all day says, sorry I missed your last live shows. Oh, it's okay, R60. You're here today, all right? Okay, so this is just the pre-show, just setting some bling up here, getting my giveaway questions ready, crushing this crab underneath the Yankee box. I hope IS joins. I hope he does, because I want him to see it. Hey, Dave, hi from New Zealand. How's tomorrow looking? I hope it's looking good. Yeah, Silver Britches. Oh, yeah. You can throw all those things, all those crabs up that you want. Leo, yes, I am in the great state of New Hampshire. Yes, live free or die. Woo! Hey, the Mad Stacker is in the house. Here we go. This might be the first live Ask Yankee I've ever been to judge. Come on. No, it's not. All right, guys. Now that Mad Stacker's in the house, I think it's time to play the bumper music. Woo, and here we go. Yes, thank you so much for joining Ask Yankee. Man, this is an awesome, awesome time that I love to have with the people in our great community. Thank you so much. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. If it's your first time on the Ask Yankee live stream, throw a 1 in the chat. And be honest, especially you, Darth. I know you're going to shove a 1 in there. Seriously, I like to say hi to my first-time viewers. Bombay Panther Reborn, first time. Anthony, Luigi, Kane, Friday, awesome to see you. Molino, Eric, great to see you. Peacemaker, good. Judge, I knew you would. Judge, I knew it. R60 all day. Yeah, all right. Brent's Change. I want to say hi to Goonie Stackers and Brent's Change. You guys are new members of the Patriot Pistol. Congratulations and thank you so much. Please enjoy the emojis, guys. It's awesome to see all of you. I do want to say hi, especially to my members like Mad Stacker. Nice. I love the 2 stars there. That's great to see you guys in here. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight, guys. All right, really looking forward tonight because we've got some friend mail to open up. I don't know if Pirate Stacker's in here, but I hope he is going to open this up. Ooh, I'm looking forward to that. And, you know, I have this big monstrous bag over here. That's going to be opened up from Babs. What? This is huge. Babs. Oh, man, that's going to be fun. We're going to do a couple giveaways. We always like to do that on Ask Yankee. And we're going to have Mukarram Mawjood join us. Now, this is the second time he's going to be joining us. He's the head of trading at Bullionite. He's also the chief investment officer at Blackstone Commodity Group. He's going to be joining us at around 7:30. He's going to be discussing how to improve our, investing and trading of physical precious metals. And guys, the last time he was on, back in I think it was maybe the 9th or 10th of September, I can't remember. We had tremendous response. People loved it, and I think it's going to be a regular segment on the Ask Yankee live stream. So you definitely want to stick around for that. This is a live stream. If it is your first time being here, this live stream is about all things silver and gold. We talk a little bit about macroeconomics here and there. I try not to keep it, I try to keep it light on the politics, but I just love talking with you guys. We have the best, and gals, we have the best community on YouTube, bar none. And I want to take your questions. I love giving back with information that could really help us all. So it comes from questions. So there's 2 ways to do the questions, guys. I'm going to open it up right now. One is you could just right there in the chat put 3 question marks. That's right, 3 question marks. All right, ahead of the question. In fact, I'm going to turn on, I forgot to do this. I'm going to turn on my alert bot here just so that it will remind people, okay? To get some stuff come up here. Actually, I should need to turn that one off. And then turn CloudBot on. There we go. So you'll see the text line and the call line in there too. That's going to be turned on. And that will allow you to literally call in and talk to me. Ask your question. I'm going to open it up right now. You'll see the number hopefully soon pop up there. And Godfather, no, I am not crying about the Yankee box anymore. Although it's right over there. Right over there. I get to stare at it. Even while I'm at work, I stare at it. Including this thing. How many of you saw that? Don't tell. International Stacker. All right, let's take a look at a few questions in here. Let's see. Yankee, is a new stimulus draft being voted on in Congress, or when Aussie Alchemist? That's one prediction that I might not get right. I was convinced they would get a stimulus package in before the election, but we're getting awfully close. May not happen in time. I'm just shocked that they haven't done something. Not that I want it, but I'm surprised that they haven't done it yet. Let's see what else we got for questions. What's the best steakhouse? Ruth Chris? I don't know. Are you still crying about? No, I already read that. I know. Have had my 10-ounce stolen in a trade. What should I do? What? Jason, JJ. I have had my 10-ounce stolen in a trade. What should I do? Dude, I hope it's someone you were trading with that and maybe it's a mistake, delayed. That sounds awful, Jason. You got to be really, really careful. I don't know what to do. Again, if you send something out to someone that you don't know or trust, ouch. Anthony, Luigi, I think that's right. Luigi. I don't know how to pronounce that. Anthony, do you like sequential numbered 10-ounce bars? I have a run of 3 and a run of 2. I'm not a big silver or gold bar guy. I'm a prepper stacker, and I don't, for a variety of reasons I've explained in the past why I'm not big on bars. Although, what the heck? Okay, I'm not big on bars, and I'm picking up 2 10-ouncers. These actually are little stacks. He's going to auction them off in the near future. But I'm not big on them. Let's see. Oh, the Hanover Street Chop House. William, yes. Love the Hanover Street Chop House. Oh, my goodness. I've been there several times in New Hampshire and Manchester. Love it. Let's see. How many times have you been alone with the ERP? Judge. It's getting kind of personal, isn't it? I'm not telling. Favorite coin? Oh, Lucas. From a just a personal standpoint, probably the 1889 Morgan silver dollar that my late grandmother, gave me as a child. That means a lot to me. Let's see. Thoughts on the dollar over its 200-day moving average? Silver britches. Yeah, I know it is. It's over. It's short-lived. It really is. This is just a temporary spike, in my opinion. But we'll see. Let's see. JCS Gold. Yeah, shipped free if you buy from eBay. That's an interesting point, Aloha Stacker. I didn't know that. But on the JCS Gold website, jcsgold.com, if you put my promo code Yankee in, you do get free shipping over $50. But I was not aware of that on eBay. Thank you for telling me that, Aloha. I might talk to Chris Luck about that. Maybe I can get even a better promo code from Chris next time. All right. If the dollar's going down, would you buy any other fiat currency to retain some valuable currency? I would not do that. If Firecrest. Nope. There's that call line, by the way. There it is, 978-406-9103 if you've got the guts to talk to Yankee. Hey, is Red Step Stacker in the house? I missed him. Good to see you, Red. Let's see. What are your thoughts on the new price increase at the Mint? Live free and dig. I really don't like it. Not surprised. It's called inflation. From what I read and reread, it's not on the bullion stacking stuff. So I can get you can still get the regular minted bullion coins from them without the price increase. So I read, but anything numismatic, anything proof, anything extra special, you're going to pay more. I don't like that. Not surprised. Ozzy, Yankee, after Guardhouse box, are you still considering trying a Mountie box? Oh, you think I should go with the Canadian Maple Leafs? A whole monster box? I only got 3 tubes of those guys. I don't know. But regardless, I think it's going to take a little bit of time to fill this. Oh, yeah. This is so cool. Got it from Talking Bullion. TB was so nice to send this to me. But these are miniature tubes that fit in it nicely. It's my Canadian. My Kennedy half dollars. All 90%ers. Right across here. This one's a partial tube. Let me pull this out here. Yeah. You know, it's a partial tube. Here's a thought. I think I should pull that out for a giveaway later on. What do you guys think? I mean, it is a partial tube. I'm not going to break a full tube, right? Yeah, we'll do that. And I do this, actually, to mark it. These are my Benjis. Ooh, yeah. I have a ways to go on the half dollars, guys. I really do. It's like, I think about $100 face that I need to fill this thing. But I'm going to fill it. Because now I don't need to be stacking any gold for a while because I got the Yankee Cannon, the Maple Musket done. Fine. So I'm going to focus hard on the silver. Ooh, I got a call coming in. Somebody's got some guts. Let me answer this. Hello, you're on Ask Yankee. Who is this?
This is Alice in Silverland. Anna.
Alice, thank you for calling. Wow, what a treat.
Nice. I was so happy when I caught this live and I can call you. I'm like, this is perfect.
I'm honored.
No, you're honored. What? Oh yeah, right.
No, I mean it. No, I'm not. I'm totally serious. When people call me, I get jacked. I really am honored that you'd call. Thank you.
Oh man. Well,
do you have a question or something?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. The one question that I'm always trying to think about a lot is kind of when silver does start going up, like maybe past 100, what pieces would I start to sell first? If I wanted to sort of sell little, they talk about slowly selling as it rises so that you don't instead of just deciding, I'm just going to sell everything now. You kind of just,
similar to buying slowly, right? As the
right.
price goes
Yeah,
the
exactly.
other way, right? Yeah.
Right, yeah. So I'm like, okay, it's going past 100, kind of just thinking about what I'd sell first. And I'm wondering what would be better, like numismatics, like ones with premiums, or ones that are like bullion or anything in between. So are the premiums on something like, let's say, the Fafnir or the Tuvalos, like anything that has a premium, are those premiums going to shrink as spot goes up? So we should sell those first? Or will they actually increase? And so those are the ones to hold.
That's a phenomenal question. I'll give you my take on it. I think that if silver breaks into the 3-digit mark, which I'm expecting to see, definitely, it's coming. It's just a matter of time, right?
Oh yeah.
When that happens, it really depends on why. What is going on? What is driving that? Is it the complete collapse of our dollar? Not quite, probably. But if it gets into $300-$400 range, that type of thing, we're in deep, deep trouble. So at that point, I think premiums won't matter as much. Actually, I think numismatics won't matter quite as much because we're going to be in the throes of something dramatic. And I think it would be, Personally, I think right now, and I'm not a big collector. I'm not even a big collector stacker, so I don't buy high premium stuff as a rule, only as an exception, right? I mean, this was a total exception when I got this Dragon 5-ounce round. Total.
It's fun.
Total
it's
silver
fun.
ice cream cone. Is a Rat Stack in here? The Rat Stack, thank you. Yes, thank you for this ice cream cone. Love it, Rat Stack. But that's rare, okay? I don't do that very often at all. And so, to me, it's bullion. It's it's constitutional silver. It's government minted silver bullion, and I'm not selling that stuff. I know you're looking to sell it, but my question to you is this: for what would you be selling it for? Fiat dollars?
Well, I guess I would have the same answer to you, depending on why the price raised and what was going on with the dollar. But
sure. But I'm thinking, Alice, that you are looking to make money, right? Or at least, turn it into something that you could use for something else.
Well, right now, my stack, I'm not interested, obviously, in selling anything. But right. I did buy, the reason I have a lot of collector's pieces is because I'm always looking on eBay, newly listed, and I'm trying to get good deals. And there's people that don't know what they have. So it's I got the Queen's Anne's Revenge for $90 each.
Oh, nice.
And I got 5 of them. So that's an example where it's I'm paying a lot.
But you're making the money on the buy because you're getting it at a lower price, right? I understand.
But I'm not flipping it immediately like a lot of people do. I'm holding it.
Good. Yeah, I think...
Oh, these numismatic.
So one thing I would warn everybody out there, and again, this is, my perspective on this. I've seen this happen a lot. Coins that are high premium, 2, 3, 5 years later, they lose their premium. You can look at them and they end up being in, I won't say the junk bin, but they end up being in a bargain basket. Something that is they begin to be sold for almost spot. So I don't like to hold on to modern, collectible, high premium silver bullion for long without turning around and selling it for a profit if I can. So anyways, that's just my opinion. You had a good question. If it really does hit...
flip it now?
Boy, I don't want to tell you what to do, but for me, if it was me, what would Yankee do, right? I have some. I have the black flag. I try to get them when they're really cheap, right? And of course I didn't get I didn't get this, or else I would have already flipped it. This enhanced reverse. Okay, I got to put that away. All right, this is the eagle. I missed it, right? If you get something, look. I would say more on the shorter term to flip, not on the long term, because the risk is high that premium will be lost. People will stop being interested in them. Okay, I have a funnel. This is the funnel web spider right here. This was high premium when it first came out. I got that for just like $1 over spot.
I wish I could see it. I'm just holding my phone.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, everybody else gets to see it, but that's okay. It's just all these different things. I kind of wait to get until those premiums come down. But again, that's my opinion. I think it's great that you're stacking hard. That's awesome. Smart.
I think what I'll probably do is once it crosses 30, then start to just sell some of the numismatic.
Yeah.
Because spots are not right now it's lower than it was kind of recently, so it's hard for me to sell, especially because I have beauty products everywhere all over my house, so I want to sell those first. My time is limited, but anyway, thank you. That was good. It's been haunting me, and I'm glad to talk it out with someone who knows so much.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to you more about it. Shoot me an email. By the way, if there are people out there that have emailed me or texted me, this is one of the worst weeks for me to get back to people. I have so much to do with this Yankee box and live streaming and all the other stuff at work. I haven't got, but I will get back to you. I promise. So yeah, Alice, if you fire off an email, we can talk some more.
Okay, cool. And I wanted to give a shout out to Silver Husky and Mad Stackers channels, just to subscribe to them, everyone, because they have been rallying this family underneath them that sort of I feel like has become a part of. And I just started a channel. I haven't uploaded videos yet, but there's a chat room you visited, and I just want to say, everyone, if you want to come it's basically just on my channel, and it's a live thing of the spot price. I'll probably do something more interesting later on there, but
that's good.
I'm not there all the time. It's just for you guys to chat.
You're getting a growing fan club out here. I'm seeing Alice. Yay. I love Alice's Jay. You're part of the Madhouse. I heard Mad Stacker's claiming you, but Silver Husky is awesome too.
Yeah.
Those two are wonderful.
Yeah, Silver Husky, I kind of got into it through him because his content is auctions, and then
yes.
I did this competition thing with him and Silver Husky, and then I don't know, they just all are so nice, and I'm having fun.
They really are.
But yeah, and then Jay Stacking and I have been talking on the phone a lot. He's kind of the one that is like the mastermind behind everything. He's like, okay, he came up with the name, and he's back there.
Is he talking about Joe Kennedy Jr.? All right.
Yeah, he's one of the key people, but I'm not a key person necessarily, but I'm open-minded to listen, but I don't know. I always thought that Trump was a puppet, but anyway, I know it's politics. I think that it'll be interesting to see what happens in 2 days. That's all I'll say.
We'll see. All right, thanks so much for calling, Alice. I really do appreciate
it. Thank you, Yankee, and maybe in a month or so I'll call back in another channel or chat. All right,
take care. Bye. Boy, I'll tell you, that showed the guy some guts, didn't it? She called me. She's the first caller. Very well done. Thank you for doing that, Alice. That was great. All right, so let's see. Where we got another about 11 minutes before Mukarram joins us. Let me look up here. What did I miss in the chat? Anything? I know you guys love Alice. That was great. What? Oh, Babs. I saw Babs in here. Hey, Babs. I don't know if you joined after I said this, but what did you send? This is huge. I can't wait to tear into it, but I have to. That's going to be one of my last things. I hope you don't mind me opening it up live here. This is great. God time, says Godfather 48. Oh, are you keeping me on track, Godfather? Is that it? I mean, if the Godfather tells me it's giveaway time, it must be giveaway time. So I will do a giveaway, but I'm not going to do the $50 first. I'm going to do that one maybe second. I'm going to reach into my, let's see here. Oh, don't you love the sound of that? Let's see. I'm going to reach in blindly into my stack of Constitutional and pull out a George Washington 1964. Sweet. We're going to give this away right now. Boom. And then we'll get to some opening up of some friend mail here. All right. So here, some people have complained that when I put the question in the chat, they don't get a chance to win. So I'm going to try something different. I wrote out the question. It's on a piece of paper right here. I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to say go at that time. All right, I have trouble to see it. Okay, minted AUAG. Maybe this will be better. I'll try. In fact, I'll hold it up high to the camera so you can see it. All right? It will be, it won't be the first correct answer. I put the number on it for what order. I like this. Thank you. All right. I'm doing this just for you. Okay. And Dove Season. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you all members out there. Appreciate you, especially Dove Season. 3-star member. He's been a member for a while. All right. So get ready. This is the quarter. And it's simple. You just answer in the chat after I say go. And I know Dub is everywhere. And it will be, I think it's going to be the 5th correct answer. So we're not right away, but you never know where you're going to pop up. And remember, it's what shows up on my chat over here, not yours. YouTube's weird that way. They stick in your answer quicker than it should. So it's my chat. And by the way, did I forget a super chat? I think Alice totally knocked me off. Hold on a second. There was a super chat, and I believe it was from Mad Stacker. Madhouse loves Alice in Silverland, representing the Madhouse crew. Thank you for that 5-spot, Mad. Really appreciate that. Yeah, Alice is great. So is Mad Stacker. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here comes the question. I'm going to read it out. It's going to happen fast, guys. Get ready. How much is the Yankee box worth? 5th correct answer. Go. Oh boy. There it is. There it is. Oh, okay. I saw it. I said go, and this is the first answer, Silver Britches. The second answer, Babs. Jonathan Reese, oh, I wish. Not quite. Joshua did 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Babs wins. Yes, it's unlimited guesses. And Babs, how did you get 2 in so fast? Seriously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Babs, you won. Right after that came Jake. But Jake was wrong. Not 35. Now, guys, this is what I say it's worth. So, hey, with price fluctuations in gold and silver, it may be a little more, a little less, whatever. But as of when I did that video, it was $3,000 for the Yankee box. All right, so Babs, you won. Babs. It is Babs night. Finally get top spot and lose. Silver Britches. I know, right? But I think that might have been a fair way. I don't know. Tell me if you like this. Of course you have to be able to read my writing. I think that was pretty good, right? I did read it too, right? Brent's change. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you animal. Priceless is the real answer. Aw. King Friday. I like it. All right, we're throwing ones. What was the question? I see a lot of ones. Godfather, Jake. It's great. I like it. When do you think silver will reach back into the 30s again? Well, my prediction was it would break 30 by the end of the year. We'll see, David. Let's see. What do you think about the 2021 Morgan dollars and peace dollars, Jason? Yes, I am so jacked. In fact, that was a question I was going to ask other people about probably later on in the stream. Remind me if I don't remember. But yeah, I'm excited about them. I really am. Can't wait. You didn't miss much, Jared. Gerald Draper Jr. We just gave away a silver quarter to Babs. We have a $50 from my guardhouse box that I showed earlier that I'm going to give away later on in the stream. Who knows what else will happen? It's crazy sometimes. Not as mad as the Mad Stackers live stream, but pretty mad in my own way. Armando, good to see you. Adam Stack, Silver Liner, Darth Stacker again with the 1. What is up with the 1? I'm missing something here. Doesn't matter. I'm getting a call. All right, I'm going to jump on this call. Hello, you're on with Yankee. Who is this?
Reggie Burdett.
Hey,
long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thanks for calling.
First, I just want to say thank you so much for what you do. I don't think you realize how much you help and what you do for this community.
Well, I appreciate you saying that.
And the reason why I'm saying this is I've been a coin collector most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in the service.
Well, wow.
And
hey,
in 2018,
you go on, and I mean this. Thank you for your service. I mean it. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. I'll do it again tomorrow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, after I retired because of service-connected disability,
yep.
In 2018, I finally went totally blind. I thought I could never enjoy my coins again. And I ran across your channel.
You're going to make me cry, dude. Oh, my
Dude,
word.
It's hard for me to hold it in.
Yeah.
And just,
hold it in.
Just the joy, just the joy of stacking is bringing it back to me. I taught my son a long time ago how to grade, so now we're going back to coin stores again.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm collecting constitutional 999, and now we're going to start getting into gold.
Wow.
Wow. And I thought
awesome.
that it was gone forever. I really did. I thought this was gone forever.
What happened?
I watched your show.
Did you start to? Do you know what it is, why it happened, and how is it coming?
I had multiple head injuries while I was in the service, and it slowly just caused my pressure to go up so high from trauma that my optical nerves just finally just were crushed away.
Man.
Now, but I feel blessed that I had it as long as I did.
Right.
I got to see my kids grow up.
Yeah.
And I watched your channel. Then I went over to see Silver Dragons and Silver Britches and Silver Stackers Spectacular. And I'm telling you, all y'all guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
You are more than welcome. You add so much to our community, and especially those words just hit my heart, man. Ooh. Wow, I'm honored to have you to even say that. I'm humbled by it. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, like I said, I appreciate you. And I'll keep stacking.
Yes.
And
yes.
Thank you, and keep up the good work, Yankee.
I'll do my best. Thank you so much.
And I love your Praying with Yankee show. I don't miss it. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. Thank you, Gerald. Take care, man.
You too. Bye bye.
Wow, guys. Didn't expect that, and I had to fight it. I had to fight it to hold it, man. That was just amazing. Wow. Hey, guys, I'm just a stacker like you guys and gals. All right, all of you. All right, we're all in this together. I'm nothing special. It is just an honor to do this. Everything, giveaways, the friend mail that I get. Just here's something really quick. Mukarram hasn't joined us yet, but I'm expecting him any moment. Oh, I do see him starting to connect on Zoom. But check this out, guys. Look at this. August Gabriel, born in June 9th. I got a postcard with a newborn. Yankee wanted to say thanks for a great channel. Keep up the great work. Here is our new edition. I'll be teaching the importance of stacking precious metals. Hopefully in time he can get as much out of the channel as my wife and I. Yours in good health, Navy Dentist. Maybe another military man there. Thanks for the giveaway piece. Yeah, but he sends me this. What other YouTube community will you get something like that from a friend? It's just amazing. It's just incredible. I love this community so much. All right, it looks like Mukarram is online here. I don't think he's muted. Can you hear me, Mukarram? I don't think I have to.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, that's great. Okay, we're going to switch over to our guest, Mukarram. Your camera's off. Do you want to flip that on yet, or what?
Going to.
All right. Hey, there he is. Hey, good to see you, Mukarram.
How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good. I mean, I heard that last caller, and what an amazing call, right? That was amazing.
It really is, man.
Touched you, especially when you think of all the sacrifices our military people make for us.
Amen,
thank you.
brother.
And if he's listening, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
I'm looking in there. I do see him. Gerald Draper Jr. That's it right there. He says, I have associates that are in Melbourne and Sydney, and my brother is retired from the Australian Air Force. Wow. That was a great call. So thank you so much for that. And thank you, Mukarram, for joining us. And for those who just jumped on, maybe missed my intro, this is Mukarram Majud. He is the head of trading at Bullionite. He is also the CIO, the Chief Investment Officer at Blackstone Commodity Group. Wow. He is based in California. You have helped your clients diversify their investments into physical gold and silver for over 15 years, I think?
Yeah, 15 years. We've been doing alternative assets and commodities and different kinds of investments.
Yeah, you do oil and real estate too, right?
We do, yeah. Anything that's alternative asset, yes. And if it's something that we believe is undervalued, has the elasticity in it, and then follow the asset cycle.
Well, let me just check you on something here. You call it an alternative asset. There's a lot of people over in this chat that think it's a primary asset.
That is true.
I know. You know how I love to rib you and give you a hard time, but you're among stackers, all right?
I get it.
And actually, you have helped some Yankee Stacking viewers recently, I think, to really do a better job at trading and stacking, correct?
Yeah, I mean, a few people since our last show, reached out to me. I love like I said last time, I enjoyed the show because the questions were great. The sophistication level is really awesome, and then I think when I spoke with them, I got the feeling that they really are looking for, a way to build their wealth. And yes, they're, focused on precious metals right now, which everyone should be, because it is an amazing asset at this point.
Right.
But I think they can learn a lot, and they really love the value that we can add in terms of educating. How do you look at this as an asset cycle? How do you build a position? We actually call it building a position. Like right now, we're building with this pullback we've happened.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. But also Alice in Silverland, did you catch her call? She's looking at silver as an investment too. She was on earlier.
I didn't catch that call. I just joined in about a few minutes ago.
Oh yeah, but there's a lot of people in this live stream right now watching you that are stacking for retirement, that are stacking as an investment, stacking against an SHTF scenario, stacking against a hyperinflationary environment, all kinds of stackers, all doing different things, but we love our precious metals. Speaking of which, did you bring some?
Let's
Oh, you better, man. We're like I said, pony it up, man. I want to see you stack.
You know that, right? I know that, and we can't do it every time, but let's see if the bag has something, okay?
Okay, he's pulling it out. All right. You're in your office, I take it, right?
Let me see. Okay, so there's a Yankee cannon.
Dude!
Right here.
Yes!
Boom!
Oh,
I
boom,
learned
baby!
that from you last time, by the way. Yankee cannon. Okay.
Oh, members, put the Yankee cannon, go boom in the chat right there. You have to. Boom it, baby.
Obviously, you have the Silver Eagles, right? Now, because of the fact that we're traveling back and forth, we can't carry a lot of our metals because most of our metals are at the depository. So I can show you the things I have, and once in a while I'll bring you ones, okay?
You're walking around with a Yankee cannon in your props, dude. Props. There go the booms. All right, thank you guys. Gold, baby, says Silver Trooper. Yes, gold. You mentioned the depository. I have a question about that later on, but first, I do want to talk to you about what the heck happened since the last time you were on back in September, early September. You said the pullback. I shouldn't say it, but I did predict it. But I did say I thought in September it was going to happen, and it did. So what do you think caused the pullback last month?
Well, I think it's just normal, and we'll look at some charts.
Good.
For us, it wasn't surprising at all, because when you saw on a weekly chart or a monthly chart, and I know I don't want to confuse it too much, but we'll show the charts.
Good.
It was what we call overbought. So I think in this show, I want your viewers to understand two terms that are important when it comes to investing, not just precious metals, but anything you invest in. Here's an important aspect. The two terms we as traders, when we look at a market, we call it overbought or oversold. Okay. Now, this is very different to high price and low price. And here's why I'm saying this, Yankee. Many people, like 95% of people, whenever they think of investing into something, they'll say, well, I'd like to buy it at a low price, and then I'd like to sell it at a high price.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what Alice was saying a little while ago. Exactly. Same thing. Right.
Which I get it, but here's what's interesting. Markets, like when you look at any market, the market is an entity on its own, right? And markets don't really care about how high a price is and how low a price is, okay? And here's what I mean by that. If you have a tendency to emotionally react to a numerical price, then understand that the market has no attachment to that numerical price. And this is what I mean by that. Like, let's say if gold is at $10,000 an ounce, right? If you think that price is high, but I'm just
I got a gut feeling that that's high.
Don't say I think it's going to $10,000. Okay. Here's what I'm saying. If let's say gold is at $10,000 an ounce, but if we think it's oversold, we'll put millions of dollars behind it. But if we think gold is at $10,000 an ounce, but if it's overbought, then we wouldn't put money behind it, right? We'll wait till it gets oversold.
It's relative, right? Yep.
So I'm going to define what overbought and oversold is, because it's like night and day compared to high price and low price.
You're going to throw a chart at us, or you're just going to define it?
Yeah, there are three components to what an overbought market is, and there's three components what an oversold is. Here are the three components. If a market or an asset is overbought, it is saturated with buying, will find it very difficult to go higher from there. And the next major or highest probability direction is for that market to turn around and come down. That's what it is.
Okay.
3 components. Okay? Saturated with buying, will find it very difficult to go higher in price from there. And the next major direction is for it to turn around and come down. Now, the exact opposite is true for what's called oversold. If a market is saturated with selling, we'll find it very difficult to go lower from there. And the next highest probability direction is for it to turn around and go higher. That's how it's defined. Now, if you paid attention to that definition of overbought or oversold, you'll see that I never mentioned a numerical price. You see that? That's why when gold comes down from 2000 or a little over 2000, when it came down to that 1800 range or 1700, you have to understand that people who think $2,000 gold is high are the ones who are going to get nervous. But we don't think that it's overbought, so we'll continue to pile on.
Okay. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And the same thing with silver. Silver tends to be more volatile than gold.
Sure
so
does.
when silver went from 20 to almost 30, and when it pulled back to 23 or 24, it's normal. It needs to kind of breathe, but we don't think it's overbought. It has a long way to go.
Absolutely. We're not near our all-time highs. We're not even close to that adjusted for inflation. So we've got a ways to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So people are ready to ask you questions. I'm not sure I'm ready to turn it loose.
Wow.
I know, right? I mean, I'm seeing them. They're loving it. Fiat said you're a great or an excellent teacher. And that's one thing, guys, I love about Mukarram. He takes the time to teach people. There were several Yankee viewers that contacted you after the last show. They said you spent like an hour talking with them and explaining stuff with them. That's huge, dude. I appreciate that. That was excellent. And he gets it when it comes to gold and silver.
To your viewers, because you do such a great job, and we want to make sure we add value and we take the time to educate. That's how we do things, so that'll be good for your client.
All right, so I do have boy, I'll tell you, Silver Britches is begging to ask this, and it was related to what you said, so I will ask it. He said, bond market, is it oversold? Oversold, I should say. Any correlation? Bond market, dollar, no?
I mean, the dollar is definitely, when you look at the oversold portion of the dollar, I mean, if you look at the longer term charts, it's not. It's got a long way to come down. Remember, we talked about this last time, right? That if it really gets going, I think it can just collapse. Collapse is not the right word, but it can come down significantly.
Right.
With the bond market, just keep in mind that we can't look at it as an oversold market, because when bonds are one of those assets that tend to have what we call their flow of money in the economy. So when you have stocks have gone up significantly for 11 plus years, right, or 12 years, then when you have a safe haven movement, you will see money go into bonds. That's just normal, like 30-year treasuries, 10-year notes. And also you'll see money go into gold. What you have to consider, though, is if the dollar is going to have trouble. So this is an interesting thing, right? If in the economy, or if we rebuild this economy based on whoever comes in after the elections and all the mess that's going to happen after that, right?
I was going to ask you about that election factor for our precious metals.
Yeah, we will talk about that. What you have to understand is, if people don't have confidence in the dollar, then gold could go much higher than bonds as a safe haven asset.
I got you.
Right?
Yes.
That's what you need to think of.
And Nicholas is saying, why are people still buying bonds? I wondered the same thing. It is a guaranteed loss. You are guaranteed, if you hold it for maturity, you're going to lose value against inflation. Why are people buying them? They still see it as a safe haven.
Well, they see it as a safe haven, but the issue is people have been led to believe that they have the wrong definition of risk. Okay, so here's what happens. Banks.
By the way, that question came from a 9-year-old.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I had to say it. Go on.
That's okay. Here's the big issue, and I think we try our best to help our clients understand this, especially when we start working with them in the beginning.
Right.
The concept of risk versus the concept of losing money. Okay, most of our banking institutions, stock brokerage firms, all of these brokerage houses, they like to make you think that risk means losing money. Okay, that's what it is. That is an incorrect way of looking at risk, because risk simply means there's a chance that you can lose money and there's a probability that you can make money. That's what risk means. And depending on how you manage that risk, you'll either make a lot of money or you will lose some money. That's what it is. Okay. Now, here's why I say this, because when the media or when financial institutions, when they make you think of risk as losing money, then what they're saying is that losing money is guaranteed. But if losing money was guaranteed, then making money should be guaranteed. And you and I both know that making money is not guaranteed.
It's not, right. Yep.
Okay. So that's why you should separate the term risk and losing money. So here's what they do. When you go to a bank or when you go to a financial institution and you say, you know what, I'm now thinking of planning for my retirement, or I'm thinking of protecting my money. What they make you feel like is, oh, so don't lose money. So they shackle you and they make you sit in Alcatraz and look at the view. That's what they make you do. Okay.
Because they're afraid of losing your principal. They absolutely, yeah.
They make you afraid of losing your principal.
Yeah,
so
of course. We all accept some level of risk, right? We may have the wrong definition for it, wrong approach with it. It may not fit where we are at, but whatever we do, whether we even leaving it in the bank is risk. Even putting it in your mattress is risk. And there's some risk with gold and silver. It all varies, right? So I understand that conceptually. And I think it's important that we identify what is high risk and what is low risk in what we think in terms of the dollar, in terms of gold and silver. I know what it is for me in real estate and so forth. I've kind of identified that for me and my family, but it is something you constantly have to reassess and look at and be careful with, right? That you're not either being too risky or not putting at least some speculative money in play so that you can maybe make more. I get it. I don't like to look at it that way, though, with my precious metals. You know me, Mukarram. I like to look at it as wealth preservation, as holding on and as really shorting the dollar, if you really want to look at it in a way. I have a question, or that somebody, who was it? Where is it? They were talking about China dumping. Where is it? Dumping. Was it 8? Oh man, where is it?
I saw something there.
Yeah. My question is 3. I had 3 question marks. Dang it. I am so sorry, but I wanted to ask that and then I got sidetracked. All right, I'm sure he'll put it in again. I promise. Yes, China dumped $6 billion in U.S. debt in open market. Minted AUAG. Yes.
Why would they not dump U.S. debt? You know what I mean?
Good point.
What we're doing. I mean, of course you want.
They don't want it. They don't want our debt.
Yeah, I mean, pardon?
They don't want our debt. They're letting it mature. They're not rolling over like they did. They don't want it.
They need some of our debt just to keep things going, but I get it. If we keep in this trajectory that we're on, and all of the bad economic decisions and everything that's been happening, and hopefully the elections are going to be a big mess. Okay, right. So get ready for that. All
right, so we're going to talk about that next. Anthony said there's no risk with gold and silver, and let me clarify my position on gold and silver and risk. Paper, gold and silver, risk. But I do believe even with physical gold and silver, there's an opportunity risk. You can put it and there's no counterparty risk, right? Your asset isn't somebody else's liability with physical gold and silver. I get that. But there is potentially a risk of it not performing like you need it to over time. So I do think there is a very, very small risk when it comes to opportunity. I'm willing to accept that. I put quite a bit of percentage of my overall portfolio in precious metals. So that's my take.
I love the way you answered that. I mean, when it comes to there's no counterparty risk, that makes sense.
Yes,
absolutely.
Counterparty.
There's some kind of relative risk in price, right?
Right. All right, so tell me about the election. This election factor, it's coming in just a few weeks, right? Yeah. What is precious metals going to do? Where we go from here, short term, Mukarram, in the next few months? You know how I love to ask this. Throw up any chart you want, but I want to know where we go from after the election.
Yeah, we'll look at the charts in terms of where I do believe that, precious metals, both gold and silver, have a lot of upside to them. There's a lot of room left. In the middle, where if they fluctuate a little bit, or I called it consolidating or coiling, when that happens, that's okay. I don't think anyone should get nervous, especially physical precious metals owners. They shouldn't get nervous when the market comes down $100 in gold or a few dollars in silver, because it's not like a futures contract. You don't have any margin calls. You're not over leveraged. That's what's beautiful about physical gold, right? That's why we, as a unique part of our firm is we do stress people own physical metals.
Yeah, that's huge. That separates you from all the financial advisors that I've used in the past. They just don't get physical precious metals. You do.
Yeah. They don't get it, and they don't think they can benefit, the way they want to benefit from it. We think that it's an asset that can not only, protect your wealth, but it can also give you great returns if you, position yourself properly. So I think the first thing people should understand is physical. If you're a physical metals holder, which most of your viewers are, don't get rattled by, a couple weeks worth of downward movement or even a month's worth of downward movement, because that's just normal in any massive bull market. Now, about a year ago, we had a baby bull market. That's what I call a baby bull market in gold and silver. But no longer are we in a baby bull market. This is a real full-on bull market. So there is going to be a few, 5 steps up, 2 steps down, and then a massive run-up. So
one of the reasons why history that I predicted it in September, because everything was pointing to us a pullback. I mean, that's normal. It would be crazy to think that we're just going to go straight up. It doesn't do that. So yeah, I'm not surprised. I did buy a bunch when it pulled back, but we are in a bull market. Absolutely no doubt in my mind either. So what happens? Tell me.
Election. So, one of the things that a lot of precious metals individuals say, they want exact prices and where it's going to go. That as traders, we let the market tell us what we should do. That's another concept that I would love to teach and educate your viewers. It's never about whether you're right or you're wrong. It's always about listening to the market.
Good point. Yep.
The market will tell you exactly what you should do, like neon signs in Vegas. We talked about that last time.
We did.
It'll say, hey, do this, be in this, or get out of it. Like the stock market, it's telling you, get out. It's bellowing out at you,
Can I just, you said that. I saw this article today. Nightmare U.S. stock valuation, driven by, sorry, guys, I'm sorry if you're young in the chat, but this is not my quote. Young, dumb investors. Fund manager says, at present, investors are paying 22 times forward earnings. 22 times in the S&P 500. And it was just a fascinating article. It talks about, again, for those who don't know what a forward price to earnings ratio or PE ratio is, you divide the current share price of a company by its estimated future earnings, right? You don't want a extremely high PE ratio, right? You don't. That's bad. 22 times is crazy. That's a 50% higher than the 10-year average valuations across the index.
And here's the thing about that, when you hear it, and I love the way the title, when it says that, whether they're young or not, because a lot
of people, I know that was a little mean, but they're saying millennials especially. It's being driven by the millennials, but whatever.
I think what you can take away from that is this market, and here's what's interesting. There are, even before coronavirus, even before all of the issues that happened, there are pre-existing fissures in this market that tell you that it wants to break down and come down. The only reason why this market, so a more technical way of saying what he just said, is the only reason this market is staying up is because of free money. That's what it is.
It's the Fed
when you
propping
money,
up. Yeah, we know, right.
So if you let it do its natural thing, like I traded crude oil during Hurricane Katrina. So if you look at the levees cracking in Louisiana before the whole thing collapsed, right? That's what this is. That 10,000 point drop in March was a clear signal saying, hey, if you let me be without printing money, without making up what we call financial engineering, right? Then I will come down, and I'll come down a lot, then correct myself and go up again after a few years. But that's what no person in power or someone who is, who has something to lose. They don't want that happen. The same thing would happen in Europe. When Mario Draghi was the EU European Central Bank president, he didn't want anything, him looking bad. So they always kick the can down the road, right? That's what's happening.
Now, this person also said right here that projected the markets could be in for a nosedive, will be, since despite its monetary policy shoring up credit markets, the Fed can't save the stock markets. It's one thing for the bond markets or what they're trying to do, but the stock market isn't going to be saved by this. So I don't think, even with the easy money, even with the Fed put, whatever you want to call it, the markets can be saved. I think we're in for a major, major crash. But
yeah, it's
that's
because
just my opinion.
Reality will come in where there's not enough money to keep this up. After a while, there's just not enough money, because the people who are in it, who are benefiting from it, will want to get out and go into a different asset class. This is the reason why I think your viewers, and we said this last time, but we'll say it again, Warren Buffett buying $500 million worth of gold when gold was at $2,000 an ounce is a signal that's telling you that they think much higher prices are coming and something else is going to go down. Ray Dalio, who's the CEO of the largest hedge fund in the world, Bridgewater Associates, he bought $345 million worth of gold, right? Whether it's in Barrick Gold or whatever form, they're buying commodity-based assets because they think that after some time you won't have enough money to just keep printing to do this.
Right. Hey, I want to thank. Sometimes I get sidetracked. Canadian Stacker, I am so sorry. Thank you so much for that $3.78 super chat. Really appreciate that. Really, thank you. That you guys are so kind when you do that. And Canadian Stacker, I appreciate it. So yeah, we do have some Canadian viewers in here too. I got to show them the love. I did go back. I do have the Canadian flag out here because I love my Canadian viewers. All right, so another question for you. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure you really answered my question about what you think the election factor is. I stuck my neck out on a video just a little bit ago, and I told people what I thought was going to happen to silver and gold prices if Joe Biden wins, if Trump wins, or if there is a massive contested election that goes on for months. And I told people what I thought. Would you be willing to give your impression on what you think the markets will do?
Yeah, so I will show you kind of how we analyze that, right?
Oh, okay.
The presidential elections, the U.S. presidential elections is a big deal across the world. Okay, whatever it is, the U.S. presidential election is a big deal. Now, this year, especially with the whole coronavirus debacle and everything that's going on, that's even more. Plus the two candidates, and if you think about who they are, that adds another level of complication or complexity to the whole thing. Here's how we have to look at this. Number one, I remember when there was a contested election between Bush and Al Gore, and what happened in the market.
I talk about this in my video. I do 2000. I went into it. Yeah.
All that. Okay?
Yeah, it was crazy.
How they were looking at that balance sheet.
Oh, the hanging chads. I talked about it. Yeah, it's crazy.
But as traders, and this is something I want to let your viewers and your subscribers know, there's a lot of opportunity in uncertainty if you know how to harness that energy from uncertainty. Okay, that's what we're preparing for. There's going to be some massive opportunities, whether it's going to be in gold and silver, whether it could be in crude oil. Because I'll give you an example, right? I was trading crude in 2007, 2008, when the stock market was dropping the biggest drop that it's had in years, and crude went to $148.
I remember it.
Okay, so
I did like paying the oil bill that year. Yep.
Exactly. This is the reason why we think, however this unfolds, if Trump gets reelected, there's going to be some issues that come with it. If Biden gets elected, there's going to be some major issues that's going to come with that. Okay. I just put it, however way you want to take that.
My video, this is what I said. Tell me if you agree with this. If Trump wins, I think there would be a collective investment sigh of relief. I believe that you would see gold and silver go down temporarily in the short term. All right. Yeah. It would be okay, maybe everything isn't going to go to, investment-wise, hell in a handbasket. And I think there would be a less concern about it being a hedge I think people would be more short term, but I don't think the monetary policy has changed one bit and won't change. So I think it will continue its long-term march up. The other side,
in
I said,
2016, the same thing happened, right? Going into the election, gold went up like 45%. And Trump got elected, and then gold came down, and then turned around for about a year.
With Biden, though, I don't think. I don't think there'll be a pull. I don't think there'll be a pullback. I think
with Biden, you may want to. If Biden gets elected, you may be looking at an exit on gold after that. It'll have a massive, massive run up. And then you want to get out.
Oh, okay. If you're gonna, all right. This is the trader talking, guys. This is not the long-term prepper stacker like me, right? So it's one of the reasons why I jumped back into silver, because I have my feelings as to which way this election is going to go. But I could be wrong. I'm playing long-term anyway. So either way, guys, I think it's the right asset to be in. But you think, wow, it's interesting. A Biden victory, and it shoots up, and then a pullback, then that's when to sell, huh? That's what you would advise clients to if they were timing it, huh?
That's what I would be doing, because if an asset goes up for me, like a 50% or 100% in value, right? Why would I continue to hold that if like $1 million has gone to $2.5 million, or $5 million has gone to 10 million, or $100,000 has gone to 200,000? You have made more money than you would make in a bank in 10 years, or in the stock market in 5 years, or you can keep going, right? So percentage wise, because even the best like mutual fund will give you like maybe 5 to 6% or 7% in a year. So if you've made 50, 60, 70, 80, 100% on your holdings, I think it's time to get out.
Realize some of it.
Realize some of those gains, and go look at something else, because here's what would happen. You would see this humongous, like you're going to see it's going to be huge. You'll see a massive run, and then you want to exit, but something else would have dropped a lot. So you have a massive wealth creation there. So you want to be able to be working with individuals, like for example, you, and how you have your financial coaching, you have us now. So you have to be together with a group of people who understand how do you navigate such a big run up and then go into something else. Here's why I say that, Yankee, because a lot of people tell me, hey, a lot of people think that they get stressed and anxiety when they don't make enough money. But I'll tell you this, the biggest stress and anxiety comes when you make a large amount in a very small time period. Okay. And you need to know how to be very zen.
You need to know how to handle wealth creation when it works, when it goes, when there's capital appreciation. You got to be able to, you got to be able to keep your cool. Hey, it is time for me to move on to another segment, but before I do, I want to ask you at least one, maybe two questions from the chat. Guys, this is your chance right now. 3 question marks, throw it in right now. Godfather, Yankee, ask Mukarram about his thoughts on the JPM price fixing settlement.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of there are a lot of elements or layers to that, right? And I think if you look at it, you'll keep finding more and more details, and it gets worse and worse. I think that's something left to just go and do your own research. And if you have an opinion on it, you can say something, and then I'll give you my idea. But that's a very broad topic when you keep.
That's fine. Fiat. All right. Does Mukarram have any gut feelings on which direction the gold to silver ratio is going to go over the next couple years? So like 2 years. It's going
to shrink, because it's very, very easy to see that, right? Like the fact that silver, when it closed over 20 and went to almost 30 in about a month and a half, or maybe a month, or it ran up so quickly. That's the same thing it did in 2008 when it started gapping up and closing down that ratio. This always happens, because here's another thing. Think about gold going to $3,000, right? Let's give an example. That's a real number now, because we've hit 2,100. It could go to 2,500, 3,000. When that happens, a lot of people will prefer to buy silver than gold, because gold seems to them more expensive. It doesn't mean that gold can't go to 5,000. It just means they would prefer to buy silver. And the more buying that happens, it's going to reduce that ratio, and therefore silver will go through its record high much faster and have a higher percentage run up than gold will.
Okay. That's cool. I think you're right. I think there's far more movement left in silver, even more than gold. It's one of the reasons why I shifted back. I think from I hate to say speculative because it sounds like I'm just being risky. It's not a gamble.
It's you're going back on your
nope. Oh no! Now wait a minute. I'm not going back.
I think you're changing now. I think you're becoming.
I did a video. You didn't see my video. I finished the maple musket. It's done. Yes, nice. I did it. I finished the maple musket, and then I dropped the video while I said I'm back. I'm back to silver. Actually, I have the Patriot pistol now. Oh yes, beautiful. So, anyways, yeah, I definitely think silver is the thing to be buying right now. So, very happy to jump back in. Not that I ever abandoned it. I didn't sell an ounce. I mean, I've been stacking it for a while now. But all right. So, was there any other question? Will silver go back to the teens? Do you think Molino Eric wants to know? Do you think we'll get down to the teens, or do you think we've left the teens for good?
I think the 20, see on this, and here's how, as traders, because we always look at both sides, right? Because we like to manage our risk. Remember?
Yes.
That's the thing.
I
we don't
remember.
Look at losing money. We look at managing risk. So what I would say is this is a bull market, and it is continuously going to be in a bull market right now, so far from all the fundamentals. But at the same time, you don't want silver closing below $20 an ounce. Closing on a monthly basis. That means on the end of a month, you don't want it below 20.
Gotcha.
Because 20 was that massive resistance that it took out, and it should act as support.
I don't know. Silver britches wish it would go into the toilet. Some of us wanted to go down in the teens again so we could just back up the truck, right? But I see what you're saying. You don't want it to from a trading standpoint if you've got a position in place.
Because if it does, then you have to be out, right? That's what it's
you have to be out, right?
the trend has changed.
Yes, gotcha. All right, I'm going to shift gears to something we didn't talk about last time, mining stocks. Now, that's where I do play. I don't want to say play. That's where I do speculate a little bit more. Not much of my portfolio is in there because I'm an old fart, but I do put some in mining stocks. And I have a model portfolio that I've actually shown people and kind of can trend and watch. I have 5 mining stocks. Some of them are, what do they call them? Streaming or royalties. But I'd be curious to know what you think in general about mining stocks. And maybe, if I can ask, specifically about mine. Could you look at the 5 that I have?
Yeah.
And tell me what you think.
And here's the one thing that I want to keep saying, and I know I repeat this, but I want to make sure I say this every time I talk to a precious metals audience, okay?
Yeah.
If you are investing in mining stocks because you believe that the price of gold or silver is going to go higher, understand that mining stock may not follow the price of gold, certain mining. And here's the reason for that.
Good point. Yep.
Because miners are companies. They're just like a stock, right? They're just like a company. So companies have many variables that allow them to either go up in price or down in price. And I'll give you some examples. Their revenue, their financials, their quarterly reports, their CEO, and things like that.
Management. Their management can be terrible. Yeah.
Right. So you could have one miner that does way better than another miner, even though gold prices continue to go up and silver prices continue to go up. So keep that in mind when you're thinking of trading miners. And also, therefore, look for miners that have good fundamentals. That's an important thing. Don't just blindly go into miners because you think the gold price is going up, and because you don't want to spend $2,000 on a gold coin, you want to buy miners. Just be cautious on the type of miners that you select. Okay, but let's get to the charts.
Yeah, do you want me to? All right, so the first one is AG. In fact, I'm going to put in all in here. AG, BTG, FNV, GOLD, which we know a lot of in the news, and Sandstorm. So those are the 5 right there that I started back in March. I put 10 grand in. I doubled down about a month ago on another 10 grand. So we're at 20 now. So my model portfolio, 20. Right now about $4,000 up.
So you have AG, BTG, FNV, GOLD, and SAND.
You got it. Yep.
GOLD is what Buffett bought, by the way. So that's very cool.
I know, right? I beat him though.
So good job, Yankee. Follow the lead, right?
Oh boy! I hope that's big enough for people. There.
It's a little, let's see if we. Yeah. Can you see this better over here? Okay. So right now we're looking at AG, right?
Yep.
That's First Majestic Silver.
Right.
Just to give you a layout, we're looking at a daily chart. So you'll see the D sign right there. Mm-hmm. And, since you might have some newcomers on this, this is what we call a candlestick chart. And every day is represented by the shape of a candle. And that shows you the market movement, whether it is, and it's called a candlestick chart because you have the body right here.
Yep.
Up, the wick on top is the high of the day, and the wick on the bottom is the low of the day.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Just to clarify, I know I've gone over that before.
Right.
But what you can see here is something that's very interesting. You can see in this period in March when gold dropped, you saw AG follow along with it, right?
That's when I got in, right around, right at the bottom of that arrow. Yep.
Yeah. So what you'll see here is that it has, done its uptrend.
Right.
You do see something interesting. Gold was actually going higher in the first part of the year when AG was dropping. Okay.
Yes.
Now, why is that? Because it's First Majestic Silver, and silver was struggling between 16 and 19. Remember?
Exactly. Yes,
16
I remember.
and 19.
Remember that. Yep.
That's why it is. So when you're trading this, just think about the resistance ranges in silver, because when it breaks through certain ranges, that's when this will shoot up. Okay.
Yep.
The other thing to keep in mind here is it is showing you what we call nice energy bases. Like right here, there's an energy base, and right here, right. And what I mean by an energy base is that it's a place where the markets will coil up like this, like a spring, and then go up, right? Yeah. So it's coiling like a spring and wants to go up. Now, but this will be dependent, obviously, on the major asset, which would be silver, and what silver prices do. What I don't like about this is right now, at least right now, is the fact that this is an overbought chart on the daily. And why is that? Because there's an indicator down here. It's called a stochastic. We won't get into the complicated part of this, but just understand that stochastics and an RSI, okay, it's RSI. RSI stands for Relative Strength Index, and stochastics tells you whether a market is overbought or oversold. Remember how we talked about that in the beginning of the session, right? So a lot of people ask me, well, if I'm supposed to get out of an overbought market and I'm supposed to get into oversold markets, right? Not look at high price or low price. How do I know when a market has become overbought or oversold? Well, this is where we look at mathematics, and mathematics is these technical indicators. So I just showed you two of them. And what's interesting is when we have a cross on the stochastics above 80
I see the cross there. Yep.
The market tends to come down. You see that right here? Cross, and it came down.
I shouldn't have done that.
Come down.
All right. Yeah. It crosses and come down. Yep. Okay.
Crosses and comes
down.
So
that's what you're thinking is indicating an overbought situation.
It is, but I wouldn't be too worried about it because it is on a daily chart. So what we'll do is we'll go to a weekly chart, which means that every candle will be an entire week's worth of movement. And then we'll see, hey, is it overbought on a weekly? And here's what's beautiful. This is an amazing chart. And you can see how we didn't look at it before this, right? This is amazing. Yeah. What you can see here is that how the weekly is in the oversold territory. You see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a conflict between the weekly and the daily. Now, how do we do that? So here's what we do. If you are getting into this trade and you want to hold it medium term to longer term, then this is a great signal down here because the weeklies take more precedence or more weight than the dailies would.
Gotcha. All right. So let's it's an amalgamation of the week to one, and I'm looking at this from a 10-year up to 10 years. So I'm a long-termer, right? Long-term. I'm not day trading this baby. So,
but you'll probably be getting out of it when markets go up significantly.
Maybe, yeah. I might take some off the table at some point. I'm seeing some people in the chat. They're having fun. They're talking back and forth. Silver Heist called me a stoic. Yeah, very funny. But one more thing. Left Side Story keeps saying ETFs. Would you like ETFs better than the mining stocks right about now? Just a general question. I wanted to address it.
Yeah, I mean, not really. Okay, like for example, he's talking about an ETF like SLV. SLV is an ETF. Okay, Here's the reason why people like ETFs or sometimes over the individual mining stock, because an ETF is directly correlated to the underlying asset, right? Because it's only silver. There's nothing to do with the company's fundamentals
and amazingly direct but leveraged.
And also here's the thing. Here's the thing but it is a more expensive way to own silver, going with an SLV rather than silver eagles or silver bars, because there's some costs that are associated with the fund and how they price things. But I want to give an example, right?
All right, go ahead.
This is why you have to be careful, because I trade crude oil. Now, one of the biggest ETFs in crude oil is USO. Okay. What happened when crude started going down significantly and went negative? USO had to completely dismantle their fund and come up with a new way of managing their assets. And that was a big deal. And then they did what's called a reverse split. When the stock price dropped significantly, they did a reverse split and you lost a lot of your shares. Now, if you don't have that kind of experience with an ETF going crazy, then you have to be careful. But because this is a bull market, an SL safer choice, but just be careful.
Gut feeling, I have a fundamental issue around gold and silver ETFs because I think they're oversubscribed. I think it's incredibly inflated. A lot of derivative pressure there. I don't like it. Now, I'm dealing with miners, so I understand there are risks associated with that because of the company and how well they're doing, and everything from national issues, the dollar issues, the management, all kinds of different stuff, right? But I think for me the speculation was more. I enjoyed it because I thought that the mining stocks were incredibly undervalued at this point. But when I got
especially a few months ago, right?
Especially in March when I got in, and
if you look at in that time period, this is something else that we'd love to teach your viewers, what we call train your eye. Okay, always train your eye when you look at charts. Immediately, like when we look at this weekly chart, what it should tell you is that this is a major support zone right here.
Right. Okay. A lot of consolidation.
So in March, when you saw that support zone kind of get sliced through, and then back into there, it's a really good buy when it closed over that support zone, and it actually went up almost double in price.
Right.
The other thing to understand is this is a support zone. Okay. Then markets are attracted to previous highs, and you can see from this is around the $19-20 level. So this can go to 20 if it breaks through. This is what we call a J hook pattern right here. You see that? J hooks there. So if it comes back up, it's up this high like a hook. You see that?
Yeah.
It's gonna go to 20.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to have you do this for all my mining stocks. I appreciate you doing it with AG. In fact, I'm going to quickly take a poll right now in the chat because there's other things I want to talk about. I'm curious to know if people want to be done with mining stocks. Put a 1 in the chat if you're done with mining stocks and want me to move on. Put a 2 if you'd like to talk a little bit more about it. I think I just gotta give I gotta give the people their say. Oh, it's split so far. Most people are going, they got enough maybe of the mining stocks at this point. I have other questions around it, but I think we'll move on. I want to be sensitive to our viewers here. So I do have a general question for you. Will inflation, the destruction of the U.S. dollar, which I think is happening, obviously, is that going to drive pension funds into precious metals? And if so, because I think it will, if so, where are they going to put it? Are they going to put it in mining stocks? Are they going to put it in ETFs? Are they going to actually buy physical and vault it? What are they going to do you think?
If it's a pension fund that is organized properly, I think they should look at inflation-adjusted assets, which makes sense. Like anything to do with metals, precious metals, energy, the energy complex. Like natural gas had a big move. I was just trading it a few weeks ago. I
heard somebody say that.
And the interesting thing is which area, and here's the disappointing part, right? Pension funds will always choose to go with the paper asset rather than the physical.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And why is that? Because a pension fund and or their custodians, in other words, the brokers, they want to get paid. And the way they get paid is by moving their paper.
Absolutely. It doesn't make them much. Now, so I have to ask you then, you do buy the physical for your clients. You do vault it, which I want to ask you about. Why aren't you like the others pushing, like the paper stuff all the time? You actually believe in the physical.
Because it's a very, very simple philosophy, Yankee. If you want to make money in precious metals, okay, there are different ways you can do it with, right? Like paper, miners, and all that. But because I trade futures contracts in metals a lot for my own account, right? Not for clients. I trade my own money in futures. I do a lot of different trades.
Yep.
But here's my philosophy. If you want to own precious metals because you want to protect your wealth, you should not own it in the form of paper. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
Okay?
Nope.
So because of that, then you should get into the physical metal. Now, after that, when you get into the physical metal, here's my way of looking at it. I will help you understand how to get into it based on mathematics so that you can grow your funds in a way that you'll be happy with. You're not just like protecting your money, but then when there's a certain mathematical indicator or a time, you'd want to get out of it. Okay. The other reason why I like physical metals is because you get certain tax advantages with physical metals.
Sure.
You don't get short-term capital gains
Right.
and things like that. Especially if you do it in a retirement account, you have absolutely no capital gains. But the physical metals come with the storage issue, like you talked about, right?
Yeah.
So that's why we've even figured out a great storage solution. But that doesn't mean we can't deliver it to your house. We can always deliver it to you. But if it's in an IRA, then you have to store it in a vault, which is...
Yeah, different custodians. So I'm going to get to that, but I'm going to give people in the chat a chance to ask one or two questions. Right now, to Mukarram, 3 question marks. Make sure you put that in there. 3 question marks, and then your question. This is your shot. He's looking at the chat right now. I can see him. Thanks so much for doing this, Mukarram. I really appreciate you teaching us like this. This is great. Well, let's look in what the heck? Silver heist. He's such a wise guy.
I love the conspiracy stuff that comes out here too. It's fun.
Oh, I know. Oh, man. I know Minted AUAG, and I thought I saw that 9-year-old out there, too, asking about crypto. They both were like, crypto? Do you do crypto? Do you believe in it?
Yeah, we like digital currencies. We like crypto. I think Ethereum is a good crypto to choose. Don't choose certain cryptos that are very that may have lots of issues with reporting and all that later. But Bitcoin and crypto, but Bitcoin is so high, so Ethereum is a good choice.
All right. You're not
GLD or SLV? That's a good question. GLD,
okay, cool.
If you had to choose, well, it depends on how much money you have, right?
Maybe partially, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
Because if you have a small account, then I would definitely leverage more of your money in SLV versus GLD. But here's what I'll say. Always have a percentage. Now, let's give it a good idea. That's a really good question, Strongman Silver, right? Here's how I would look at it. If you have less than $10,000 in a stock account and you want to have most of it in metals and you're thinking, hey, how much of GLD and SLV? I think you should have at least 60 to 70% SLV, maybe 20 to 30% GLD, okay? Now, if you have more than $10,000 or approaching $50,000, I think you can go 50-50 GLD SLV because you want to give that catapult or slingshot effect on your money because when that gold to silver ratio gets smaller and smaller, you'll see that big run in silver and that'll cause SLV to make you more money. So you can be intelligent in the way you set it up and mathematically prime your portfolio if you have less than 10 by going more SLV and 50-50 if you're GLD SLV later.
By the way, when I was in this a little while back, I actually did SIVR because I like their lower expense ratio over SLV. You might want to check on SIVR. So anyways, I don't do those now. I'm just, it concerns me again. But anyways, let's take one more question here. Let's see. Platinum. Oh, do you do platinum rate? It says, they asked me that earlier about platinum and I dissed it, but maybe you can. Andrew says, platinum ratio is low. Is it wise to trade kilo of silver for 1 ounce of platinum?
If you believe the stock market is going to come down be very careful when you buy platinum and palladium,
Mm-hmm.
because most of the fundamentals that support platinum and palladium prices are based on the catalytic converters and the automobile industry, right? We covered that last time.
Yeah, we did talk
when
about
there
it,
was that earthquake that happened in Japan. I was trading precious metals at that time. The biggest drop we saw when that nuclear facility was affected, and then the Toyota Motor Company and all the car productions were affected, was platinum and palladium dropped like 50-60%, because that's linked to the stock market and the economy. So don't take your silver and convert it into platinum, because then if the stock market drops, platinum will drop way more than silver.
Okay, good point. I don't know. I've just thought about this. If you guys put a 1 in the chat if you'd like me to ask Mukarram about IRAs and 401ks and what to do with them, because you're restricted. We can't do as much as we want to with our IRAs when it comes to physical precious metals. If you're interested in that, put a 1 in the chat. I know some of you might not have one. It's like, yeah, whatever. That 9-year-old might not be concerned with an IRA, but okay. So we got a few people there. Silver Dude says, yeah. JK Pioneer, yep. Corbett.
Let's cover that a little bit.
Cover a little bit. Brent's change. Yeah, go ahead.
So here are some common misconceptions that people have, that if you have an IRA or if you have a 401k, and I think here's what I'm going to do, Yankee. I think people will benefit from this. I'm going to do like a whiteboard share. Okay. So we'll draw something on here so people can follow along on this. Perfect. So let me know if you can see this whiteboard. Okay. So the question is IRAs. There you go. It's coming up, right?
Yep.
Yep. IRAs and 401ks. Okay. Now, first of all, understand this, that if you have an IRA or a 401k, you can, without any restrictions, convert this into what's called a self-directed IRA. Okay.
You can, if you're able to do that with your employer, right?
Well, I'll go over that.
Oh, you're going to cover that? Good.
Yeah, I'm going to cover that.
All right.
So the first step is you will convert this into a self-directed IRA. We call it an SDIRA. Okay. And then you can purchase physical precious metals inside of this IRA. Okay. Understand that. Like we put gold American Eagles and silver Eagles inside an IRA for you.
I know. I have some of my Yankee Cannon members that have talked to you telling me that they're doing that. And I think it's phenomenal. They are starting that
process.
That's excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, here are the important things to understand. I'm just going to clear. If you have an IRA, there are absolutely no restrictions, 0 restrictions when it comes to transferring money from one IRA into a new self-directed IRA. Okay. Now, because you're going from one retirement account to another retirement account, there are no penalties, and then there are no taxes. Okay.
Right.
0.
Right.
Because you're going from one retirement account to another.
Changing custodians potentially.
And there are no conditions, meaning you don't have to be at this age. You don't have to do this. You can only move this much. There's no conditions. If you have $1 million in an IRA, you can move the whole million into a self-directed IRA and buy precious metals. If you had $10,000 in an IRA, you can move the whole 10,000 into a self-directed IRA and buy metals.
Okay.
Now, so that's with IRAs. So everyone should understand, if you have an IRA, I don't care what kind of IRA, is it a Roth, a traditional, a SEP, whatever it is, you can move it into a self-directed IRA and buy physical, pure gold and silver coins inside of that IRA. Okay?
Yep.
Now, let's go to a 401k. If you have a 401k is a company-sponsored retirement.
There we go. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
If you have a 401k, here are the restrictions. Number 1, if it is a previous 401k, okay, a previous 401k, meaning that you were employed by this company, then you left that company and you took that money into another 401k or whatever it is. If it's a previous 401k or if it's dollars from a previous 401k, then that amount of money has no restrictions. You can move that money into a self-directed IRA and you can own physical gold and silver coins, no problems. And I'll give you an example. Let's say you worked for a company for 10 years and you had like a $60,000 401k. You went to a new company and you either just didn't do anything with that 401k. So it's now called a previous 401k.
Right.
Or you took that 60,000, put it into the new company's 401k, and then kept working there. That $60,000 is still qualified.
Oh, I didn't know that. I literally moved from my company-sponsored 401k back during the great financial crisis, and I changed jobs. I did not move it over to my new employer's 401k plan. I moved it into a self-directed IRA.
Yeah, which you can do it, but
the whole thing. But you mean you can even after you've made that move?
Yes, even after.
I didn't know that.
Let's say it's been 2 years you've been working.
Yeah.
And now you tell me, hey, I have a current 401k. My immediate question is, in your current 401k, how much do you have from previous 401k money?
I didn't know that. Okay.
That previous 401k portion can be moved out without any restrictions.
See, I've been advising people that, that's the time to do it when you're changing jobs, but I didn't realize that even after they changed jobs and slid it over, that was still available to be moved.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good to know. Good to know.
And there's no restrictions, meaning there's no age limit restriction.
Yep.
There's no dollar amounts. They have to let go of that money.
Now you say you can get gold and silver, but how do you get gold and silver, and what do you do? I can't stick it in my safe here.
No, I'll go over that with you.
Okay.
I'll cover it. There's one more thing that I want your viewers to understand about a 401k.
Okay.
If it's not a previous 401k, and if you do not have previous 401k money inside of your current 401k, then what you have is just a current 401k, right?
Yep.
Now, if you have a current 401k, here are the restrictions. If you are younger than 59 and a half years old, you can't move that money, okay? So you have to be older than 59 and a half. So don't let your custodian tell you, oh, you can't move your money. If you're 1 day older than 59 and a half, you can move a portion of your current 401k money, and that's what's called an in-service rollover. Okay?
Yep.
It's called an in-service rollover because you're still working. You're not retired from the company.
Right.
You have not severed your relationship with that company.
Right.
You can continue to have that 401k, but there's a percentage of the money from that 401k that you can move out if you're even 1 day older than 59 and a half.
Percentage. Okay, so you can't take. I got you. You can't
take all of it.
All right.
So what I have some clients who would call me and say, Mukarram, I'm turning 59 and a half on September 2nd. I want to do the paperwork on that day. And I get, okay, no problem. My assistant calls
They
them.
want protection. You cannot get physical precious metals in any 401k that I've ever seen. It's always the paper assets. It's always their specific funds. It's some more limited than others. But I didn't want that limitation. I was very concerned about what was going on, so I got out. But this is interesting. So a percentage.
A percentage, right? So
now, a lot of people watching are not 59 and a half years old or older. Okay. I'm not yet. I'm old, but I'm not that old.
If you have a current 401k and you don't have previous 401k money in it, and if you're younger than 59 and a half, you can't move it.
Okay. Good point. Right.
Okay. So the IRA has no conditions, but with the 401k, if it's previous, no restrictions.
Okay.
Previous money, no restrictions, but current, if you're older than 59 and a half, you can move a certain portion.
Very helpful.
But younger than 59 and a half, you can't. Now, the next question that you asked me is, well, what do you do? So here's what we do, right? So you have your current IRA or your 401k.
Yep.
Or previous 401k. Then you move this and you open up a new what's called a self-directed IRA. Okay. Now, once you do that, and we help you do that. We help you get the application done, and then you open up the account. And then when your funds come into this new self-directed IRA, then I'll call you and we'll go over the type of gold and silver coins that you can get in there, like gold eagles, silver eagles, the pricing of the coins, the exact quantity of the coins.
You're a dealer too, right? I mean, you can make these. You don't have to go through another third party, right?
No, you don't have to. We do everything for you, right?
And do you have I'm sorry if I keep cutting you off because I have a lot of questions. If somebody has like gold eagles that they're trading and they want to get rid of, can you keep that within your own client base? If they're selling and someone else is buying, can you broker that so that
it depends because inside of an IRA, we don't like to put coins that we purchase from somebody else. It's always BU, brilliant,
okay,
never
gotcha.
open, right?
Oh yeah, like a whole monster box worth of American Silver Eagles with the it's strapped, right?
Now, yeah, it's all like you can get sealed boxes or unsealed boxes, but the tubes have never been opened. The green.
Okay. Sealed. Gotcha. All right.
But that's for an IRA. Now, even if it's outside an IRA, we never like purchase from one client and then sell it to another unless it's a sealed box, or if the tubes have never been opened. Okay, we can do that. But here's what we do: that if you have metals and let's say you're in a good profit or you're at an emergency and you want to sell, call us. We'll buy the metals from you just because we'll buy metals. That's not a problem. But we may not just sell it back to a client.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that might
That's not a problem. Yeah. So we always buy back metals from our clients as well. So if you buy metals from us, you can always sell it back to us. Not a problem.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well,
one more thing.
Okay, one more thing, and then we'll move on. I actually 8:30.
We're past time, right?
I know we are past time, but this is good. And by the way, guys, if we don't cover, I'm going to put the information in the chat for Mukarram. The information is already in the description of the live stream video, so you can reach out to him if you want. But yeah, go ahead. One more thing.
One more question, and this is something I think that always comes up. So what we do is after we purchase the metals, we ship the metals to the Delaware depository.
Oh yes, you have to answer this one because I did ask it. What is this stuff? You
No.
know me. I want to hold it, man. If I don't hold it, I don't own it. You're telling me that you can truly? I did check into the Delaware Mint, or Delaware depository. Is this safe? This is really okay, at least for a short term for some people?
So obviously with the Delaware depository, we've chosen them because they're the largest depository in the country where private citizens keep their metals. They have absolutely no government affiliation. They have a $1 billion with a B, $1 billion insurance policy from Lloyd's of London. But here's what I want to do, right? Okay. I hope everyone has the patience to watch this. I'm going to share a video. Okay.
Maybe they do. I might not. I'm bad.
You may not, right? Okay.
I will be good. I'm going to shut up now and let you talk. Go.
Let me see if let me, first, let me get this going because I want you to see this. It's on our website, okay? On our BlackstoneCommodity.com website. And if you go to the precious metals section, you'll see it. But I'm just going to share my screen. So this is a portion like on our website with precious metals. And what you'll see is we actually have a video of the Delaware depository where we keep the metals for our clients for IRA metals. And it is a 6-minute long video, but I'm going to forward some things. But I want you to see a few things, and I hope you can hear
play
this.
the video? Oh, I know. We'll try.
Can you hear?
Yep.
Can you hear this or no?
Yes.
Protecting our customers' gold, silver, platinum, and palladium bullion is our primary objective. Located in Wilmington, Delaware, we are geographically away from the threats associated with the major political and financial centers of Washington, D.C. and New York City, yet conveniently located near major transportation hubs. And Delaware is relatively free from natural disasters that affect other parts of the nation. We are widely recognized for our security, storage, and processing capabilities. The depository is licensed and reviewed by various commodity exchanges. We are chartered, regulated, and examined by the Office of the Delaware State Banking Commissioner. We provide services.
And I'm going to forward a couple of things so we don't watch the whole thing. So you can see IRAs. See how it says IRAs.
So Lise DS said you can't hold your IRA metal. So that's a good point. We're talking about your IRA stuff. If you want it in physical precious metals, and it's a lot of money for a lot of people, a depository. Yeah, somewhere safe.
Yeah. So one of the things that I want to kind of show you here is like you can see the security level. Okay.
Our buildings,
bulletproof doors.
Really? Well, that's good.
Like everything.
This is on your website. I'm gonna again look at the description of my video, guys. You'll see Bullionite's website. You can definitely go. I highly recommend if you're even considering this, check out that video. Check out the Delaware depository. Again, this is for IRA. This is your self-directed stuff. You can't hold this stuff. You can't. I don't care what people have said in the past. Do not fall victim by thinking that you can take physical possessions of your IRA precious metals and hold them yourself. You can't. That is I have to say that because I've seen many people trying to talk, many companies trying to talk people into saying, yeah, you can store it at home. You need to have it in a custodian.
You're absolutely right about that. There's a lot of tax consequences that come down the road when you try to do that. It doesn't work. So it's best, if you're doing an IRA, you should hold it inside of a depository. You'll have your own depository account. It's $100 a year because of the volume of metals that we transact through them. It's only $100 a year for storage and insurance.
Wow.
That's worth it, you know?
Yeah. Well, guys, if you're, all right, so oh man, I never got around to bringing up a silver chart. You did a great job of that last time. You brought up silver. Can you really quick? Because we're going to leave IRAs behind. If you're interested, check out Mukarram. I've had several of my Yankee Cannon members talking to me about this, and we've set up conversations, and they've talked to Mukarram and really learned a lot. So yeah, bring up silver. What's going on, man? Because last time we talked, we thought, oh, this looks like a good consolidation. It's going to take off, and we got a pullback. Remember?
Well, I mean, let's look at this quickly.
All right.
What you see here is when the last time we talked, right? And this is where I think from today's session, people gained the knowledge of what an overbought market is and how you look at it. Now, if you look at the RSI, and if you look at the
right here. We were right at this point up in September.
Right,
yep. And it was looking like it was going sideways. It was sideways. Yep.
Exactly. So that's why we're not worried when it goes here and then it broke through this support zone, right?
Right there. Into September. Mm-hmm.
And it's holding it. Now, this could, coil up like this, wait until the elections, and it can have a move either based on what happens. But what you can see is there are support levels. Like this is a massive, massive support zone. This is why we talked about we don't want that 20 getting cleared, right? Because this is where this market has massive support. And also what you can see here is if as soon as it reached that, that intraday, this is a daily chart.
Right.
As soon as it got very close to that 20, it was in that 21 and change number.
Yeah.
It was bought up very quickly.
Oh yeah.
Very quickly bought up, and it went to almost 26 immediately.
That was the support. That was a massive support level right there.
Yeah, that's why I keep saying the 20 level. So the closer you are to that, you keep buying, because what it's going to do is it's going to curl up here. And then when it breaks through this high, it'll have another run very similar from 20 to 30. It'll go from 30 to 40 very quickly, Yep. But let's look at the weekly just so that you understand this. On the weekly chart.
That's so mean, Nosematics. You meanie.
What did he say? I didn't see it.
He said you sound like my wife, Yankee. What? Oh, I love him.
So the weekly is also, what you can see here is this is what we call a pennant or a flag that's forming on the weekly. Okay, and this is called a bull flag, or a bull pennant.
I thought you weren't supposed to wave flags at a bull. Okay. All right. Anyways, yeah, it looks good.
What this means is it's getting ready for a big move, and it's just going to consolidate. And then the signal is when it breaks through this 30 handle, it's going to fly. Okay. And it needs to hold this low because so we always talk both sides, right? What it could go up or come down. So it needs to hold that low because that will keep the structure of that pennant together. And then it tells us it wants to do it. And I'll give you an example of this. When it held the pennant structure, like after this drop here, this was a pennant right here. You see this?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And then when it held that pennant, this was the run up.
Oh, my word.
And on the other side, this was before when the pennant didn't hold. See this?
Okay. Yep.
And then it did its thing. So this time you have a lot of fundamentals supporting it. So I think any pullback in precious metals prices, unless fundamentals change a lot, I think you view it as a buying opportunity.
We're not breaking below 20, are we? Most likely.
I don't see that.
Yeah, you don't see it. Okay. Hey, guys, this has been fantastic. Mukarram is a wealth of information. Knows a lot more. Hopefully there was something in there for you, whether you're a teenager and we're talking about silver charts, or you're nearing retirement, we're talking about IRAs. I hope you got something out of this. I'm going to put Mukarram's info in the chat. Hopefully it's formatted nicely. But definitely also check out the description of the video, and that will also give you the same information. But I'm just type it in there right now. So that's Mukarram's info. You also have an assistant that you like to have people understand the info.
Nicole Rosenthal.
Yeah, Nicole. Yeah, I'll put Nicole's in there as well. But hey, guys.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly put, how do I do this? Oh, in here maybe. I'm going to put the link to that video so people can watch it right there. That'll help. So if you want to watch it, because, there's some amazing security measures that's taken, like the employees who walk in from one area of the building to the other, they're scanned to find out if the weight is changing on their clothes.
Oh my goodness, that's good.
I know.
And then at some point, like me, if I wanted it under my bed or in my own vault, I could just take delivery if I wanted to, right? At a certain age, right? No tax issues.
Anytime you can take delivery of your metals, if you're in an IRA, understand that will be considered as a distribution.
Yeah, distribution. Right.
So you can do what's called an asset in-kind distribution, meaning you can get the coins delivered to you, or you can do a dollar distribution. So you'll have to pay taxes on that distribution, right? But if it's money outside of an IRA, then when you get the distribution, there's no reporting requirements from the Delaware Depository. Okay.
All right, man.
Okay,
thanks a lot, Mukarram. That is a lot. My head's starting to swim a little bit, but boy, you know what? You did great, and I appreciate it. Guys, definitely check out Mukarram if you want some more information. Email me too if you're interested. I can hook you up. So thanks a lot, man.
Thank you so much, Yankee, and thank you for all of the viewers and their great questions. I always enjoy the questions, and hopefully we can continue to help them. Okay, thank you, guys.
Great. Take care, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Wow, that was cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that with Mukarram. That, man, I do plan on having him on at least once a month, definitely. And Silver Tree, yes, it's almost time for the giveaway. This half ounce. Half dollar. What am I saying? $50, yes. Sometimes I do old Yankee stuff. So when I blow it, guys, that's my members' time right there to throw in the old Yankee. I don't know why you guys aren't quick on that one, but definitely. Well, there it is. I knew Fiat would not let me down. Well, I want to open this though first. Pirate Stacker, are you in the house? Man, I hope he is, because I'm going to open this up right now. He sent me something. I want to know what it is. Here we go. Yo, Yankee Stacker. Oh, I got a sticker. And what is this? 2 more stickers, 3 more stickers, and a nice piece of copper. Oh, but it's a COVID edition. Oh, no. Do I really want to keep this? Do I really want to remember this year? That's great. Thank you, Pirate Stacker. Yo, Yankee Stacker, love the channel. Your sincerity and passion for the hobby is awesome. You deserve all the success that can't come your way. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, what's this? Enclosed is some copper as tribute to your greatness. Arr, Pirate Stacker. Thanks. Awesome. This also weighs something here, too. What is it? Coppers. This guy is loving the coppers on me. The new silver. Yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you think copper is the new silver. I'm not sure about that. Is copper the new silver? Oh, man, that is pretty cool, though. In a viral sort of way. Thank you, Pirate Stacker. Pirate Stacker. I'll add that. Maybe I'll give a Pirate Stacker sticker away with the $50, not half ounce. What's this? This looks like another fun little. So I can just tear that, I think. This is from Levi in Ohio. I had to hide his address. I do that if it's not a post office box. So Levi sent me this. Oh, dear me. Oh, Levi. Oh, man. Hey, buddy. I love the show and all its content. I like seeing where your your predictions compared to mine. The metals should become, either way, I can't read that. I buy long term. I do too. It's much safer. Hope this is part of the Young and Stack. Oh, for decades to come. Keep the content coming. Please be sure to keep my address private, which I did. Yours. Oh, man. Levi, you know what he did? You guys see that video when I talked about, oh, my word. Look at this. The Yankee Constitutional Silver Series for little stacks. I don't have a seated dime, and he knew it. And he sent this to me for little stacks. Oh, let me zoom in. This is so kind. Wow. Guys, oh man, what a community. You guys are amazing. Look at that. 1845. Wow. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, that goes right in with the rest of the Constitutional Silver Series for little stacks, which is right here. I got a bunch. I'm storing it in this little pouch until it gets too big for that, and then I'm going to put together some sort of a display case, so they're all in here. Oh, yeah. Put that right safely in there for now. Trying to hide it from little stacks so he doesn't know. But that was really kind of you, Levi. Thank you. Wow. All right, guys, we got a couple more things to do. I do want to open it up for questions while I get my giveaway ready. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Give me 3 question marks. Put the question in the chat. I'll try to answer that for you. Yeah, that's not in bad shape. I'll make a nice giveaway. Let's see. That was very dutiful. Yeah, it was great. I agree. Super old and cool. Yes, left side story. Yep. So if I have a 401k with, okay, Tater TV, the little stacks walk in. I know that, right? I can't believe I've been able to keep this secret from him. It's true. He doesn't watch my videos, and he doesn't know yet. Hey, Rafe. Yo, he shows up. Good to see you, man. Yankee, are you a Coke or Pepsi guy? Oh, strong man. I like Pepsi. A little sweeter. Ammo to silver ratio. Ammo to silver. I have not calculated my ammo to silver ratio, but dude, I stack lead. A lot of lead. I don't know what the ratio is. I'm sorry. Gold or rental property? Both. Yankee Cannon, Maple Musket. Definitely have to have gold, but I invest in rental. I invest in property with private mortgage lending. Joshua, you know that. I'm sure. What do you think to happen to spot prices if Biden wins? Zachary did a whole video on what I think will be happening. Zachary, I think it goes whoop up right after the election. I don't even think there'll be a slight pullback, in my opinion. Let's see. Good man. It says, remember, 1-to-1 says Bullion Stasher. I love Pepsi, but I love Coke in a glass bottle. I do love it in glass. I totally agree. If I'm right that Coke or Pepsi, any kind of soda, just tastes better in glass. It just does. Do you recommend a certain size airtight for 2-ounce Kraken? Off the top of my head, I don't know. In terms of the size, is it normal? I don't know, man. I love my airtights for very special stuff, like over there in my ice cream cone, silver ice cream cone box. I put a lot of the really nice numismatic, or semi-numismatics, I should say, in airtights, and also soft gold, like the 24 karat gold maple leaf in those. Let's see. So what's in the Patriot pistol tube? Show it off. You know what's in here, right? This is what my video was when I said this is the best prepper silver to stack. This is the up-to-date modern 90% silver quarters. Not the American the Beautiful. Those are 999s. These are proof, so no weight loss. Silver quarters. And I got them for a dirt cheap price from Tim. This one's from Idaho. I don't care really. I'm stacking them Guam. But yeah, he sold me the whole tube for just a bit over spot. Hardly any. It was really nice. So yeah, you know what? I thought this was so cool, so shiny, because I love the shine. And it was the perfect the perfect size. It's a Patriot pistol. There we go. The Patriot pistol ready to shoot. It's perfect. I love it. All right. Yeah, the Patriot pistol. Brent's changed. Throws it up first. Brent, were you the first one to throw the Patriot pistol up? You're the first one? Dude, hold on. Brent's changed. Brent, send me your mailing address. You just got this. All right. I'll even throw in a that. It's just because I wanna. I'll throw in the Pirate Stacker sticker for you. So you got that already. Just send me your mailing address. YankeeStacking@gmail.com. You're the first one to put up the Patriot pistol. So definitely Brent. Change. Sweet. All right. Hey, Yankee, if it's to call you, we can ask you. Oh, whoops. Tater TV. Hey, Yankee, is it if I call you this weekend, is it okay? And ask you a few questions. Well, Tater TV, I have literally, and this is not to feel sorry for Yankee, but I got to tell you, I got about 24 emails, about, I would say 8 or 9 texts and DMs I haven't even responded to yet. And the way I prioritize my time to try to run a channel and do giveaways and all this live stream stuff, I ask people if they'd be willing to become a member of my channel, especially if you want to talk with me one-on-one. That's what I have the Yankee Cannon membership for. I've got a lot of Yankee Cannon members, and I've literally scheduled time on my calendar to talk with them. I've got it scheduled out in weeks. People that call me and talk to me about questions. So if you're interested in having some one-on-one time with me and I talk about financial things, stacking things, prepping things, feel free to join that. You can cancel at any time, absolutely, but that's how I prioritize my time, my one-on-one time. I hope you understand that. And Mint Today UNHE throws it up too. A little late. Brent's James got it first. Just making sure. I love it. Oh, the Yankee Channel round. You mean this? Dude, I can't even get to selling these. I am so swamped. I got to get rid of that over there this Saturday before I can start selling these. But this is coming. Probably at the very beginning of November, I'm going to do another live stream. I've got so much to do to sell those. We got some, I know Little Stacks wants to go live and auction off just a few more pieces that he has so he can buy his new computer. He's excited about doing that. He's starting to get really interested in the silver. It was fun to bring him to Tim's and have him pull out his own money and buy it. That was great. It made me feel happy. Does it count if we were holding up our real pistol? Nosematics. No, it doesn't count, but I admire that. You're welcome, Brent. Email me. Did you ever call that guy back that you bought silver off of in the parking lot and buy that 1 pound coin? All right. From Vermont. Green Mountain guys. Sorry. Yeah. I didn't call him back and to buy it, but I did email him and he said that pound coin was gone. I mean, it was just sold. It's gone. I have done a few other meetups with people in our community. I've gotten some silver and some gold from people. So it's just wonderful to do that. And what is going to be the next series, Yankee? Pistol, musket, cannon. Oh, Jorge, good question. I have to come up with something there, don't I? What's the new channel name? Ooh, Left Side Story. You know I can't spill the beans on that. But we got the website, we got the channel name, we got the channel did I say rounds? Oh no, not now. We got the stickers, we got the name, we got everything all lined up. It's coming. Let's see. Yankee, how do you feel about an actual cannon? Wait, what? William, how do you feel about an actual cannon for Yankee? Like a big boom cannon or one of those model cannons that you can lighten? Those are cool. That would be awesome to have an actual cannon. I think that'd be great. Silver Liner is out. Have a good night. I just got home from driving over 3,700 miles in 5 days. Sleep well, Silverliner. I got all joined. Thanks. So, I appreciate that, Tedder TV. Yankee, did AppMex ever call you? Are you trying to rub it in? Haven't I cried enough? Haven't I cried enough? No. AppMex never followed up. The manager never did. I've tried a multiple times, and I just gave up. That's it. I'm done. I got to move on. See, all I got is a squirt gun. Oh, thanks, guys. What kind of silver does Little Stacks like? Fiat Destroyer. He unfortunately likes the higher premium stuff. He loves the Marvel rounds. He loves all the, Star Wars and stuff that, anything that really, he loves pig rounds. He loves pigs. So I gave him one of those. He's like the lunar, pig or whatever. He loves it. He just likes the unique pieces, which, he's not one to stack yet. I know one day he's going to be like, Dad, I really want to stack hard now. But it's coming. Not now. He's not interested. He just loves really cool stuff. All right. I'm thinking about buying 4 gold 2020 Libertad ounces at the end of the month, but not sure because I really want 4 9s gold maple ounce. Oh, well, Sean, you kind of know what I did, right? I started with 22 karat American Gold Eagles, and I went to 24K maples. Dudes, guys, you can tell just by looking at it. I have to admit, I just look at that. This is a copperish. It's not. Don't get me wrong. This is full 1 ounce worth of gold. All right, even though it's 22 karat, it's still 1 ounce, troy ounce of pure gold because it weighs a little bit more. But look at the difference. See? Now, I know the Libertads are cool, but I just love the yellow. Anyway, I love 24 karat. Love them both. Happy with both. Anyway, let's see. Shiny stuff. Buffalo. Yes. Okay, guys. The next piece of gold I buy will be a gold buffalo. There, I said it. It's going to be a gold buffalo. Because that is my dream coin. All right, get buffaloes and Libertads if you can afford it. Says Left Side Story. Yes, they are more collectible. JK Pioneer. Yes. Okay, we're losing people here, so they must be sick and tired of me. Is Little Stacks coming down? Thought I heard him. No. He said he might pop in. You should get Little Stacks a few silver crab rounds. Crab rounds? Really? No, Nosematic, stop it. All right. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna look at my stuff. Let's see. I opened? Oh, no. I didn't open. All right, indulge me, guys. I'm gonna end this stream pretty soon. It's almost 9. I'm gonna open Babs' package. I don't know if Babs is still here. Babs, are you here? All right, I'm gonna open Babs' package and then I'm going to do the giveaway. Because I got to see what this is. Open the big one, says Anthony. Yeah, open the big one from Babs. Yeah, she had her mailing address on there, so I had to hide that. And by the way, guys, do know that even the USPS barcodes, they can sometimes give away locations. So I rip those off as well, especially if they're if it's not a PO box. So let's see what we got here. What the heck? What? Hogue outfit. Yankee from Babs. That is such a chunky package, Sean. I know, right? If it's really, Anthony? Really? There's no way I'm going to put on another pair of there's no way I'm going to put on a pair of panties. Whoops. Oh, my goodness. See what you made me say. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Ooh. A nice card. Do you mind me reading this, guys? Oh, I know, Babs. I know. There you are. Do you mind me? Oh, Babs, do you mind me reading this? Seriously. After the show, it's in his own time. Oh, yeah. Should have minted. Silver underwear. Babs, tell me. Do you mind me reading? Do you mind? I know you're in the chat. Tell me. Stop it, Minted AU. Read it, says Sean. Babs, can I read it, please, out loud? Please. Come on, Babs. Read it. Dear Yankee, I wanted to thank you for all your wonderful videos on YouTube. I also wanted to thank you for being so kind and patient with me when I called in your show one night. Oh, man. Do you want to call in now? Babs, do you want to call while I do this? Call me. Your personality made me feel comfortable enough to call in, and I don't usually feel brave enough to do something like that. To show my appreciation for all that you do, I thought to myself, what could I get Yankee that would be unique and useful in the future and now? I didn't want to just give you fiat or silver, so I thought, what could possibly help? Now, just the suspense is killing me. Come in handy in the prepping arena. Hence the gift inside the box. Hint, something to keep your Folgers instant coffee pot, I think, in an SHDF scenario, and help keep your well water cold. Oh, heck, maybe to even conceal some alcoholic beverage to keep your spirits high, all the while being patriotic and reminding yourself about our amazing Constitution. Oh, this is great. Thanks again for the Kennedy and the Mercury Dimes from the giveaways. Love, Babs. Oh, Babs, thank you. I love it when you called in. That was great. And the call line's open, Babs. I mean, you can call me right now. I'd love to chat with you a little longer before I wrap up. But oh, it's a tumbler. Oh. Oh, this is so awesome. Oh, I love it. Oh, my word, this is incredible. Oh, my goodness. This is so cool. Look at that. And it's personalized. I can't believe you did this, Babs. This is perfect. I'm serious. I absolutely love this. This is really cool. Everything about it. Oh, man. That is just super sweet. Oh, I'm going to use this like every day. Oh, I can't wait to show little stacks. I got to show little stacks. Oh, man. Very nice. Thank you so much, Babs. That is such a beauty. Love it. Oh, I'm going to right there. Boom. Wow. That was wicked sick, right, Minted AU? That is so cool. Seriously, look at the gold. I love that. Second Amendment. Yeah. We the people. Woo. Remember, the Second Amendment helps keep all the other amendments in the Bill of Rights. So, thank you. That is very impressive. Nosematics. Face reveal in the bullet. Did I really? It's sort of a whack out one, right? There you go. You can see it. You got me, Babs. You got some distorted looking face on there. And the gold top. Yep. Thank you, Babs. That is so cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. Where do you put the batteries? It's a Yankee howitzer. Yeah. Let's do it. A Yankee howitzer. That's awesome. So cool. I do love your personalization on it though. That is really sweet. Thank you. All right. Are we ready for the last giveaway? Yeah. Will it fit in the cannon? I don't know. Dang old internet. Fill it with silver shots. There's an idea. I think that's a really good idea. Don't put it in the dishwasher, says Babs. I won't. And don't use the Anthony. I don't know, man. That's a good deal. This is awesome. A blunder bust. Yes. Let's do this last giveaway, guys. $50, 1964. Here comes. Now I'm going to put the question. That is the gift of the year right there. Yes, I think so, Jorge. I agree. That is awesome. And Alice in Silverland is back. I will watch the whole stream later, she says. Thank you. Yes, do it. Fill it with 90% goodness. Should I do that? No, but I want to drink out of it. It's really cool. Nah, I don't know. I fill it. Nah. Man, it's a really nice bottle to have, though. I like it. Or tumbler, I should call it. Bottle. Gold shot. Yeah, sure, minted. All right. Here comes the question. Get ready. Pick a one-syllable color. Third correct answer. Go. Third correct answer right there. Pick a one-syllable. Oh, man, guys. Come on. Come on. There's 1, 2, 3. Good. Stop. It's green. Green. All right. I'm going to scroll up. You guys can stop. I caught you off guard, didn't I? All right. So I don't see blue, red, blue, white, red, blue, red, blah, blah. Everyone had to get out. All right. Text Coin said green. That's the first one. Green. JJ said green. And then the third and winning one is Brent's Change. Oh, my word. Brent. Dude. Wow. Well done, Brent's Change. It's Brent's night tonight. Yes, this is going to double check it right here. Double check. Double check. Green to Text Coin. Green to JJ. And green to Brent's Change. Yes, Brent, congratulations. I guess I only have to ship. Well, there you go. You got both the quarter and the half dollar. Well done. And, I still have another Pirate Stacker sticker. Because, I'm not going to send you 2, Brent. I can't believe he got that. That is awesome. Way to go. But maybe I'll do a quick little giveaway right now for another Pirate Stacker. You guys want... hey, I'll actually put one of my stickers in with the Pirate Stacker. So that's what this guy is. This guy is a sticker guy. So get ready, guys. This one I'm going to type right into the chat. I can't believe that. That's awesome. He won it twice. What is this? All right, let's do... All right, and I'm gonna write this on a piece of paper. Pirate, yes. Oh, it's the Pirate Stacker. Yeah, we're gonna give away Pirate Stacker sticker, one of my stickers, and I'm gonna write the answer on this right now. Okay, there's the answer for the sticker. And here comes the question, guys. Get ready and go. Boom, Joshua Witt. Bang. What? Joshua, 44, right off the bat. Boom, Joshua. Actually, Joshua, do you already have one of my stickers? I know you don't. You probably don't have a Pirate Stacker sticker, I'm guessing. But I thought you have one of my stickers. Do you? If you do, I'm going to give it to the second the second person, which is JJ. Let me know in the chat right now, Joshua, if you already have my sticker. JJ will get it if you do. Woo woo! Yeah, you get Pirate Stackers. Now, do you have mine? I sure do, but not the Pirate. You get the Pirate, and JJ, you get my sticker. All right? So I'll send you out my sticker because your day is going to be A-okay when you get it. just as long as you email me. Nice. All right. Yeah, just email me your mailing address. And Joshua, you too. So Joshua, I think I might have your address already, Joshua, but just send it to me anyways if you don't mind. And my sticker, I will send to JJ. JJ, just let me know. By the way, just curious, how many subscribers do I have? How many subscribers am I up to? I haven't even checked recently. Somebody could somebody tell me? Did I break 20K? No? 19,952? Oh, my word. Am I really only 48 away? Is that right? Oh, man. I honestly haven't looked for a bit, and I was like curious because I think somebody just joined or subscribed to my channel. Man, 19.9. Oh, got to hit that by tomorrow. I hope so, Jorge. Maybe I'll hit it by Saturday when I give away this. You guys want to take one last peek at the Yankee box? Do you want to see it? Do you want to oogle it? I'm afraid to pick it up because I really arranged it nicely. I can definitely pick that up, but let me go mobile just for a bit, guys. Look at this thing. Look at this. Do you know how hard it is for me to do my job with this thing sitting next to me all day? Oh my word. Do you realize how much it's going to cost for me to mail this thing out? Packed. Not only this, it's the stuff behind me too on a table that is just chock full of copper. I got more copper on that table than I think I've ever arranged in my life. But this is going to be insane to ship. But I'm going to ship it regardless of who wins it, Canada or United States. I opened it up to North America because it traveled North America. Might as well, right? That is going to be a bear. But it's worth it. And I haven't taken anything out of this box. It's like the last... I'm the last person to have received it. I seeded it with a bunch of silver, sent it off to Steve Collects. Actually, he was the first person that I sent it to. And I haven't taken anything out. I might let Little Stacks, who's going to help me on the live stream Saturday, take one thing for him. We'll see. But it's like, yeah, flat rate box. No kidding, Will. Still going to cost an arm and a leg, but it doesn't matter. I'm still happy to do it. It's really fun. I got 1,000 on Reese winning. You think, Silver King 87? Reese does win a lot. I'll give you that. But there is a lot of entries. I'm winning the Yankee Boxes Godfather. Night All Night Syndicator. Good to see you. I would not be surprised. Yeah, maybe, but here's something I found out when I went through all of the entries, and I still have a bunch to fold and put into a big, huge thing to pull out of. I can't believe how many invalid entries there were. People who didn't say in the comment what they would do with a Yankee box full of silver and gold. I was stunned. It was the instructions, so I didn't give a lot of rules, but that was one of them. Sean says, if someone local to you wins, can they meet you to get it and do a video? Oh, Sean, are you kidding me? I would love to hand deliver this. I absolutely. I'd do a video. That would be epic. I'm hoping the winner, two things. One, I'm praying, literally praying, and hoping that the winner is someone who isn't a whale of a stacker. Someone who has just begun their journey. Someone who has 10, 15, 20, 100 ounces silver. That's it. Someone, it's whoever wins. So it's going to be whoever, right? It's random. But I'm just praying that happens. And the second thing I'm praying for is that they do a video or talk to us or do something more. I will read the comment that they put in of what they would do with a Yankee box full of silver, and we'll see just if they actually will do it. The answers are pretty wild, but we'll see. Yeah, exactly. Someone like Mad Stacker. Yeah, sure, Mad. I have like 20, says Minted. Just beginning. I'm 21, little Lucas. I hope you add a valid entry in there. Rafe, I'm that guy, Yankee. Okay, Rafe. All right. I think I saw your name. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, so I can't necessarily tell. There's a lot of new names in there, right? There's a lot of names I don't know. So, but it was very interesting to read their comments because I got a sense of who they were, what they would do with it. Stories like you wouldn't believe. The comments were just amazing. It's unfortunate I had to shut the comments off and close the entry video because it was fun to watch. But anyway, How long is the stream on Saturday? Well, Will, it is what it is. I've got, check this out. I've got all this to give away during the live stream. Every one of these holds multiple ounces of silver, most of them. I got to do that during the live stream. I know Little Stacks has several special items that he personally bought with his own money that he wants to auction off. It's not an auction video or a live stream, but he asked me and I said, sure, dude, you're going to help me. Not a lot, just a few. He really wants to auction them off. I said he could. So it's going to be a long stream. It starts at 3, maybe 3 hours. That's what I'm thinking. But at the end, throughout the whole stream, we'll be pulling, reverse draw, or reverse draw. We'll be pulling names out that don't win until we get down to the very end, and then we'll do the grand finale. And I'll have the winner, first alternate, second alternate, maybe even a third alternate. Because who knows, right? I'll give him a little time to contact me, and then I'll move on to the next alternate. Let's see. It'll be max out 5 years. My first purchase was St. Lucas. I commented, but I didn't follow the rules. Good kid. I'm sure 3 p.m. Eastern. Yes, I did say that. Eastern time. Yep. You are correct, Sean. Eastern. Dang, I have to work Saturday. Andrew, I literally put a post on my YouTube channel a few weeks ago asking people, it was a poll, what day of the week would work best for you? Saturday won out overwhelmingly. Saturday was what most people wanted. Saturday afternoon into the evening. It's just what I went with. I'm sorry if it doesn't work for people. I really, no day will work for everybody, but Saturday seemed to be the right day. Let's see. If I'm going to win, I'm giving away half of it. Oh, Silver Kings. Wow. Yeah, I am working Saturday, but maybe home by 3. Well, again, Mark, it's going to last a few hours. So and then the final draw is at the end. So you'll probably be home. We find out if we missed something for the entry. If you subscribe to everybody on the travels as best you can, and I know there are a few channels, a couple of them that dropped off. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about that. And I'm not checking. I spot check a few, but I'm not checking every single person. And if they subscribe to every single channel, that would have taken me weeks to do. But if you subscribe to everybody and you said in the comment what you would do with that, you're in. Maybe we don't want to know. All good. Whoever wins, they can sell the gold. Is this the Tarragah sign-up sheet, Running Eagle? No, it's not the Tarragah sign-up. It is the Tarragah, though, because we're going to crush. We're going to crush. Turn them upside down. Yeah. The crab is crushed. Oh, man. To the War can't subscribe to the War Nickel channel. Silverholic, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Best effort. Again, a lot of what I asked people to do, I asked them to subscribe to all the channels as best they could. It's on the honor system, man. It is. Always late for your live chats. Paul Rose. Have to put the kiddos to bed. Is this a bad time for you? I'm sorry. Poor Krabby. Yeah, Mark. So I still have a chance. I didn't make it to all the channels. Yeah, Randy. Yeah, I wanted everybody to do it. That is a great way to honor all the work and effort that people did and all the generosity. It's the least I think you could do to sub them. Krabby Flatty. Oh, I'm good. I'm glad today you enjoyed the other channels. That's great. I've been open to this incredible community and now begin my stacking journey. Well, good, Lucas. That's the other side benefit. You get to meet a lot of people. This, baby, is going to one of the Yankee Box travel destinations. 27 destinations, minus the person who gave this, which was Vertical Stacker, minus Yankee Stacking, because I am not allowed to win it. So we're talking, and then there's 2 people that don't have their channels anymore. So out of the 23 people, let's say, they have a shot at winning this. Can I hold this a little longer? I'm going to follow this just a little longer. Yeah. Okay. I'm good. All right, guys. I think that's about it. I'm losing it. I'm going to wrap it up. It's past 9. Thank you so much. Hey, if you enjoyed this live stream, especially with Mukarram, put a 1 in the chat. Give me feedback. Did you enjoy having Mukarram in the chat. He is freaking amazing, okay? Yes, vertical is incredible. All right. Good. I'm glad I see some ones there. That makes me feel good. I want you to get value out of this, guys. Very insightful. Good. Let's take his nighttime medicine. Good night. Good night, Silverholic. Great. Thanks so much for coming in here. Good nighty night. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it, and I hope your day is A-okay. Good night, everyone.